What's going on? Slip is here bringing you yet another version of Esper Brain Control. It's going to be great. So, changes we've made in this version. Sticking with what I believe I did in the last set of videos, I think that's correct, where I played with 4 Jar and 1 Srams. Still liking Jar a lot. Great card in the deck. Much better than it looks, as I've said before. And Srams is like okay by matchup, but I do for the matchups where it's good. I want a second one for now. I'm just testing this out. So you'll notice there's no Spell Pierce here. I did put in a negate to have a real like hard counter for non-creature spells, right? Planeswalkers or something if we're playing against a combo deck or a Karn deck or something like that. Also of note, Snapcaster Mage wasn't particularly impressing me as a 2 of. I think it makes a lot of sense to run more snaps when we're playing Serum Visions and Fatal Push and Path to Exile, but I also think that it just doesn't quite fit with what we're doing, with what we're doing with our mana a lot of the time and stuff like that. I think, as with normal Esper Drago, a number of times that we draw a snap, we just kind of want the real card, and I'm not sure. More than one snap makes a lot of sense here. It seems like it would have to be correct, but I'm testing one. I'm also up to 3 Cryptics here, so that's interesting. I cut the second Peer Through Depths. I thought 4 Serum Visions and 2 Peer Through Depths was a lot of dig, and maybe we didn't quite need that with 3 Esper Charm and 4 Beck Call, right? So I'm trying a 3rd Cryptic, even though it's a little slow. I think Cryptic is generally a good card. Like, if we can deal with the early game enough to get to 4 mana and then be running off Cryptics, I think that's a pretty good way to play. And the bounce function is particularly useful against certain things that we have trouble dealing with. Planeswalkers are one of them. So we're trying out 3 Cryptics. Sideboard, I don't believe has changed much. I do have an Anguished Unmaking here, which I think is pretty suspect. We probably don't want that in the end, but it's for things like Planeswalkers, and honestly, this could probably just as easily be a Purge. Like, we can bring it in against Tron, too, but at the same time, Purge is probably a better card. 2 Runed Halos, still happening. Sram's Expertise, as I said, there's a second one on the board. And we have 1 Blessed Alliance and 2 Court Firewalker for Burn. And we have 2 copies of Negate in the sideboard with a Dispel, along with this Negate here, just for non-creature-based matchups, right? There are a lot of people are playing that blue-red Gift Storm type deck, blah, blah, blah. Engineered Explosives is like a good card when it's good, but maybe overall slightly weaker right now than it is sometimes. So I'm running 1. And 3 Surgicals has been pretty good in matchups like Tron and Titan Shift. Obviously good against Dredge, and obviously good against a deck like Lantern that mills itself too. So this is what we're running with, and we'll see how it goes. See you for match 1.